Hello, it's time to program. Yay! Start by going to Canvas. Click on modules for your class and find the assignment titled Intro to Jupyter Notebook. Click. All right, we're going to follow these steps. Basically, you will need this file here and a new Jupyter Notebook from Jupyter.org. You're going to be cutting and pasting material from this Jupyter Notebook into this one. You're going to replicate basically or reproduce this file into this one. You will turn in your file at the end into Canvas. Okay, so let's open up these guys. Let's open up the file and Jupyter.org. So this file is called arrays. This is a Jupyter Notebook. Okay. And over here, you're going to open up Jupyter.org. If you look at this instructions, you click try in browser. So that's what you do right here. Try it in your browser. Click. Then you scroll down and you open Jupyter Notebook. Okay, that's right here. Select Jupyter Notebook. Then you're going to make a new file, select Python as your kernel, and set it to the default kernel. Okay, so we want to select the kernel. Start Python kernel. Okay, we're actually going to do file new. Sorry, my bad. New notebook. And when it opens up new notebook, you want to click Python. This first one, PyODD, is good. And then always start the preferred kernel. Select. Great. So this notebook right here, I'm going to be typing things in here. Basically, I'm going to be copying and pasting from over here. Okay, so not too hard. I'm going to close this tab because I only want 2 tabs open. In fact, you can resize your windows if needed to make copying and pasting easier. Oh, sorry, this is a little tricky. Okay, so before we start, let's name our file. Maybe this would be called first notebook or something like this, right? Oh my gosh, I'm getting a phone call during the recording. Let me mute that for a second. Okay. All right, rename. All right, so over here, this is a cell in Jupyter Notebook. Think of it like a calculator right now. So if you do 1 + 1 and then hit this play button, you can run the code. Okay, if I go up here and hit 1 + 4 and hit the code again, it's going to run the code. So the answer is 5. I can do other mathematical operations like let's do 4 × 4. The multiplication button is this little asterisk button. Okay, and then a shortcut, instead of hitting play every time, you can hold down the shift button and hit enter, say 16. If I wanted to do 4 squared, it isn't this. Okay, you would think it's this way. This is how usually you type it in, but you can see it gives me 4 squared is not 6, right? That's not right. So the way you do squared is 4 double asterisks to the second power. So that's what that's saying. 4 to the second power, which is this. If I wanted to do 4 cubed, I would do it like this. 3 4s. 4 × 4 × 4 is 64. Okay, so a little helpful hint. And the syntax in Python is fairly straightforward, but I just wanted to give you that example. Okay, so think of this as like a big calculator, and you're going to go line by line to calculate things. How do I make more cells? So over here, you see these buttons right here, plus cell, insert a cell above. Okay, so this is a cell. I can also insert cell below. And this is going to give me more places that I can copy and paste the other cells into. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is import this library. So I'm going to come over here and copy this, Control-C, come over here, Control-V. Okay, I'm going to import a library. What this is going to do for me, let's hit play. It worked, right? How do I know if it worked? You can test to see if this library exists. So just type in np.py and then hit the play button, you should get 3.1415. If you get an error message instead of this, it's because you didn't run this code, right? You have to import the library as np. Okay. So there we go. We got library in there. It's called np, and so it's got a bunch of functions in here. Let's add a cell, and run the next line. So I come over here, says today I'll be making lists and with while loops. Have fun. What's a list or an array? Answer here. So you're supposed to actually make an answer, but that's okay. We'll keep going on here. This is a list of numbers. So let's copy this. So I'm going to copy the contents in here. Copy. I'm right clicking, but you can Control C and Control V. Control V. Okay, this code makes a list of numbers. Let's hit play. Okay, what is this code doing? This is a lot right here. There's a lot of syntax here. So let me try to explain it really quick. All right, this first line of code. This is just telling you what happened. This little hashtag or pound sign makes it so that the Jupyter doesn't actually try to make a code with that. So if I type in 1 plus 4 and hit play, it gives me a 5. But if I hashtag it, it won't do anything. It'll just, so I hit play, it disappeared. The reason it disappeared is because the hashtag is telling it don't run anything on that code. So I could mark this up with like comments. This is my age in years. So what is my age? It's like 19 plus 4, right? Shift enter. There we go. 23. So because I graduated 4 years ago from college, I went into college when I was 19, so I'm actually 23, right? All right, so that's what's happening here is this is a comment, and that's what this is right here. So this is telling me what it's going to do. And I would make comments whenever I'm coding because it helps me remember the next time that I need to use this document, or if I go back in time and try to reproduce a notebook, it's helpful. All right, what is this saying? This is saying A, which is a variable, is going to equal the following. So you can make variables in this place. So like I could actually call this A right here. Let's call it age, because that's, I think, more appropriate. So when I run this code, hit play, see it ran the code, but it's no longer displaying my age. So I need to display it. There's a couple different ways to do that. You can just type in age and it will do it. So see, it's 23. You can print it. So that's what this command is doing. So you can print the age just like that. Print, and then you put in parentheses the thing, and it's going to 23. By the way, you can print text as well. You can go I am, and then do a comma, age. And I am 23, right? So that is just some stuff you can do with the print command. So what is this doing? This np.array function is going to make a list of numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. Very nice. Let's make another cell. The syntax, by the way, is important. You actually have to put in these parentheses and brackets for this to work. If you don't do that, it isn't going to work perfectly. And it's okay to make mistakes. Let's go over here, do the next one. So I copy this, put it into this cell. And I'm just going to keep doing this for this whole assignment, as many of these as I can do in the hour. All right, make a list or an array and name it B of the first 5 whole even numbers. Print B. Type in your code here. So how would I do that? Well, if I look up here, A equals this. So if I want to do a B, I can do a B. Okay, and then what list do I have to, how do I make a list? The answer is np.array. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. And instead of using 1, 3, 5, and 7, I have to use the first 5 whole even numbers. So like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Those are the first 5 whole even numbers. Let's print it just to make sure that it is working. Shift enter. There we go. So it prints out the first 5 whole even numbers. This is a list that's manipulatable by other functions, which is nice. Okay, I'm going to stop there. But basically what you're going to do is keep, so the next step would be to add another cell. I don't know why it's not giving me the pop-up, but I'll do it here. We'll add another cell. We can pick up this cell and stick it right here. Oops, let's go down more. There we go. And then we can copy and paste the next thing, which is what happened when you ran the code. Actually, wait, no. Let's go back up. We need to go back up. So we're right here. This code multiplies the list by 2. Control C, Control V. And I'm just going to keep copying and pasting and doing these assignments, right? Make a new list multiplied by 3, right? And so this is your task. So your task is to reproduce this document, arrays, in your new Jupyter notebook. Okay, do as many as you can. When I'm done, I'm going to download this and then turn it into Canvas, into this assignment. So when I'm done with as much as I can, I'm going to upload it onto here. Okay, I'm not in student mode, but I think you guys can all do that. Any questions? Good. I'll be roaming around helping everybody in turn. It's going to take a while. You have another assignment that you're supposed to be doing while you're waiting to get help, or ask your friends for help. There's no, this is best worked with a group of people when you're trying to troubleshoot. Some of these are really hard to do. And then double check. It's like, oh, how do I square numbers again? I can't remember. So again, use your resources. Good job. High five.